I mean, knowing that just the one section of Libra falling off would cause a never-ending winter, you should have blown every piece off and thrown it all at different parts of the Earth. They'd never be able to stop it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with the final episode of the series anyway, of Gundam Wing. After this we've got a couple of, encore. The short little things, what's it called?
No, not encore. We did that for,
it starts with an
the
E.
name, yeah. We did them before for Universal Century and Thunderbolt. So, damn it, I'm blanking out.
Just tab over to the schedule real quick. You're the one who can do it. I can't do it.
And I don't have to. Gundam Wing. No, you have Seda and Giant Robo. No, you have Gundam Wing and Giant Robo.
It's not today. I know. I'm just telling you.
No, Evolved.
Okay, I would say it's on the list. I just need to know the name.
Yeah.
After this, we have Evolve and that thing that the voice actor for Duo did, and then the movie, and then the rankings, and then we'll be done. I mean, technically, there's a Frozen Teardrop visual thing, but the version of it I had wasn't translated, so...
Yeah.
Because I believe that happens after the movie.
Yeah, it's a manga continues something.
I mean, it looked interesting enough from what I had, but again, it didn't have any translation. I didn't specifically look for it.
It's manga based.
Yeah, but the thing I had was like, what's it called? The Superman Red Sun had one of these.
Voiceover motion comic thing,
motion comic. It's like a motion comic, which is interesting enough. I watched the motion comic for Red Sun. That was good. All right, well.
So this episode.
We come back as we normally do with notes and the board. Let's go ahead and look at the board. For the probably next to last time.
Yep. Where
I have the board changelog. Where I have marked Trays as dead. And that's it.
Yeah, because Lady One is alive.
Yeah, we already brought her back to life a while back.
Yeah. not showing it, but well, we'll get to that when we get to Endless Walls. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Well, I mean, you're referring to something I don't know what you're referring to, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not in on this.
Don't worry about it.
You're like dragging me in, but I don't know what we're talking about, so...
No, I'm more like peeking, like, oh, yeah, when we see Endless Walls, we might see, never mind. We'll get to it when we get to it. Not so much dragging you in, I'm peeking over the curtain going like...
Yeah, but we also both have the buy-in that anyone who's looked up Gundam Wing on the channel knows I've seen the movie already. And anyone who's seen that reaction knows that I started that reaction by saying, hey, I've seen this movie already. So knowing that was the second time I had seen that movie. But no, I know that people also didn't listen to that either. Because they just bitched and complained that we just made fun of it all the way through. Because, it was a Christmas reaction. It wasn't a serious thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, girdle your
loins.
Girdle your loins, I guess, because I'm going to make the hell fun out of this one as well.
You better protect your nuts, because Lessons is here.
I'm going to start kicking nuts right now.
Well, I mean, that's what girdle your loins means. You put your knickers on, essentially.
Yeah. So let's start with the notes, shall we?
Start with the nuns.
We're going to start kicking with the nuns, yeah. I've been watching a lot of reruns of reactions to my Dress Up Darling. Plus did an AMV on my channel for it. And there's a lot of nuns in that version of the thing I did. Well, later in my Dress Up Darling second season, which I consider to be the best anime of 2025. If you can count sequels and second seasons and whatnot. If not, then some other things.
I haven't seen it. I really enjoyed the first season, but I haven't seen the second season yet, and I cannot agree with you. Only because of the aspect of I can't imagine it being better. than some of the shows that I watched in 2025.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I have watched different shows, so probably
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I think
comparison.
Apothecary Diary season 1 was in 2025, and I was like, that was a fucking amazing show. My problem is that my ability to judge is kind of skewed because I watched shows in 2025 that came out in like 1980. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's why we had the character poll, and the character poll is shows that we watched in 2024, and it's like not shows that came out in 2024.
Episode 47, collision in space, not collisions. Well, there's more than one. To be perfectly honest, I don't have much to add to this episode. I already said what I thought about the whole war to end all wars business. So I ended up having more notes on that, but that was my first thought when I was like, what am I going to write about this episode? I don't have a lot to say.
I think all of my notes come from this episode, and I had nothing to say about the second episode.
I have more to say about the second episode than the first.
Well, then this should pan out well.
I suppose so.
It's funny that Lady Un is talking about how many warriors will sacrifice their lives for this battle. Of the 3 sides present, one is made up entirely of main characters, so plot armor is going to prevent that. The second side is mostly using automated mobile suits, so no one to actually die, really. The side Lady Un is on is really the only side with lots of people to lose.
And in outdated suits as well. We're not even meant to be used in space in the first place, just conversions.
I'm just saying, the idea is she said lots of warriors will sacrifice their lives. It's like, well, the Gundam pilots aren't going to die. We know that.
Yeah.
The other side is using automated mobile dolls, so they're not going to die. So literally, you're telling your people that they're going to die. And not for nothing, Trace dies. So.
No. We're not simply going to die. You're sacrificing them. Like, it kind of reminds me of that meme out of the first Shrek movie. You know, a lot of you may die, but that is that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make kind of scenario, right? Like, well, 1,000 nameless people I don't really give a shit about, but I guess that'll do it. Go forth and get killed. Enjoy.
And I just thought it was funny. You'd think about, there's going to be a lot of warriors who sacrifice their lives today. Aren't we fighting robots? Like, the only people with lives here, you have to, a lot of people. There's only 5 Gundam pilots and a lot of robots. Are we going to die?
So yeah, sacrificing of your lives for an ideal that I criticized before. So
I mean, at least the person who's saying it also got shot before and was thought to be dead for a long time. So it's like, it's not a Jessica from Legend of the Galactic Hero situation. Where are you?
Yeah,
she's been on the front lines a whole lot.
Yeah. Sex is willing to kill everybody on Earth, but not his ex.
Well, she's not on the Earth.
No, he's like, oh, I have to do this. I'm so weak because I couldn't kill her. It's like,
yeah, I mean, I like that. It's the element that love overcomes anything in his life. And it's also been building up the entire time. Because remember, it was like the bar scene with the tapping swords and everything like that. He's letting a little something
not
in.
Not the urge to commit mass murder, apparently. Not that.
Well, one, lessons, I don't think we consider this to be mass murder.
Their plan is to commit mass murder.
No.
Literally,
I think legitimately, lessons, this is beyond mass murder. So, well, I think you're really lowering the bar on this one.
Yeah.
I think they're going to kill a hotel worth of people? Like, no, this is like genocide. Mass genocide, crime against humanity. This is like well beyond, I think, what we have a scope for in the realm of a name.
Yeah, everybody, and those people who don't die will die and will suffer in the upcoming nuclear war.
But anyway, to the pendency of your note, she's not on Earth, so
it's still kind of like, I don't know. Feels like
technically, if you follow his line of logic,
not you.
If you leave the planet, you're fine. You're safe.
Yeah.
Just join a colony.
Yeah, just join the cult. I mean, the colonies. Yeah.
I can't remember the time, not time travel, the time machine, the time machine remake.
Wow.
Join the Space colonies today. When he goes into the future and he's sitting outside of on the street, and it's the advertisement where they're about to start the nuclear bombing of the moon to make the geriatric moon colony thing. Yeah. Join the interstellar moon colonies today, or whatever the fuck it is. It's on loop, so it's in my head sometimes, but apparently not so well. The White Fang only represents a portion of the colonies and not the colonies as a whole, says Quatra. I mean, sure, no group represents the whole of its totality, but also the White Fang are effectively the vocal minority, as it's hard to represent the silent majority. We've not really seen any colonist objection to the acts of White Fang. We really just see White Fang. The people Duo was hanging out with before were really the only colonists beyond Hildy we've seen since the introduction of White Fang, and they were pro-White Fang. As I said, it's not that I don't believe Quatra. What he's saying makes complete sense. It's just that the unrepresented colonists can't even be bothered to protest or make themselves known. If they don't care, why should I?
It reminds me of something that we did remark that was pretty cool about Gundam Seed Destiny. Where people, you had these flashes, like people were like, "Oh, we're for whatever this horrible thing is, or we're against it." Especially with the coordinators in the station, like they would be like, "No, we shouldn't do this. No, but they're being horrible. They try to kill us." Oh yeah, like you had this sort of man on the street, a few glimpses of, hey, people actually have opinions. It's like, yeah, the leaders are still doing what they're doing, and they may not have a lot of way to change it at the moment, but at least they're, you get here. The most we get is people staring at screens. Oh, stuff is happening.
Well, no.
Oh, shit.
Again, here they have expressed what the colonists are thinking, and they're pro-White Fang. And then if you don't show us anybody protesting, I have to assume, well, then everybody must be pro-White Fang. And the idea is that Quatra is the only person suggesting that people aren't for it. And Quatra has spent most of his time on Earth. The only time he came into space, he disagreed with the people in the colonies because they killed his dad. So...
And I don't think killed the entire colony. Yeah,
I don't think Quatra is up on what the colonists are about. So when he says, "Oh, I'm sure certain people must be against this," I think he's making people up for his own argument. It seems like anybody who would join White Fang has joined White Fang, and everybody else has shut the fuck up.
Yeah, not my circus, not my monkeys kind of scenario.
I mean, it's probably one of those. What do you call it? Not like a subversive evil or anything. Like, the element is that the White Fang you might see as problematic or even evil, but if they succeed, it's only good for you, right? You might stand opposed to what they're doing, but at the end of the day, you're a colonist. Like, it's only going to help you.
You're not willing to do anything about it either way.
Yeah, I don't want to sacrifice what it would take to stand against them, but at the same time, if they win...
I think it's more the former than the latter. It's like, I don't care enough about the humans on Earth who are always being in trouble for me to sacrifice myself to stop them.
I've been pissed off since 3 months ago when they pointed nukes at us.
Yeah. My next note. Oh, so now Hero can see through walls?
Yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, it's a Prismillion, and it's gonna do this. I'm like, how the fuck do you know? You don't even talk to anybody on the radio. It's just gonna happen, and you know it's gonna happen.
Do you remember when he was reading lips with his back turned? This is powers he's always had. I assume that reading lips with your back turned is the same as knowing what's going on the other side of a wall.
Or
reading lips with your back turned off of a video camera that's muted. So technically, he was reading lips on a video screen with no sound that he wasn't looking at. So,
yeah.
And this is just a follow-up to my previous note. The follow-up question, would Treize be good for space? They argue that Treize is only fighting against Libra and the mobile dolls, except that Treize was in control of Oz when Oz took over the colonies at the start of the show. When everyone was up against the wall with guns pointed at them. Seems unlikely Treize is good for space. Their choice to side with Treize over Zex is basically choosing Earth over the vocal colonists and imaginary colonists Quatra made up for his argument. Granted, the colonies turned their backs on the Gundam pilots before, but it very much doesn't seem in the interests of space to support Treize.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think that like, yeah, may not agree with Treize, but at the same time, we don't want to see the Earth destroyed. So
again, Treize though was very specifically the one who was in control of the group, who was literally putting them up against the walls with guns.
I mean, technically, they're against both sides. They're attacking everybody.
They're supporting Treize in this, though. They're literally going out against White Fang in support of Treize.
Because they see it as a priority. First kick out Libra.
It's funny that they have a priority now, where they've been anti both sides the entire time. Oh, and, not for nothing, they got fucking plot armor. They could fight both sides at the same time.
No, I mean, that's basically what Wu Fei does later on, so yeah. Like, you do this, I'm going to do that,
I want to play that soundbite so bad.
Yeah. Talking about Wu Fei. Oh, okay, you got this? Yeah, I'm out. I'm out to fight Treize. Somebody has to take care of that guy, so I'm out.
I mean, it wasn't him, though. It wasn't him. He didn't take care of him.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, Treize basically committed suicide by Wu Fei, but yeah.
I mean, again, it was like the worst buildup of all time. Hey, remember that time we had that sword fight on your boat? Well, everyone's waiting for round 2. Ah, fuck.
I mean, it was so disappointing that Wu Fei was disappointed. It's like, I didn't want to do it like this. No, I wanted to properly kick your ass.
Well, I think Wu Fei expected to lose because it's like...
Yeah, he wanted to die. Yeah, he had a death wish.
How exactly does Libra go around MO2? MO2 is an asteroid floating in Earth orbit. It's a single point in space that Libra can just see around. I mean, it's legit the argument for shooting through Endor. The gas giant isn't going to block the super laser. Well, we've seen the Libra take a chunk off of the MO2 already. It could just shoot through it if it wanted. It's a completely worthless series of actions. I was going to say, put a finger in front of you, and then you have to go around MO2, and I'm like...
Yes.
Yeah, like, this is fucking stupid. What are we doing?
So the scientists did an exhaust port thing before Rogue One. That is one way to make them a tad relevant here. Like, hey, I'm bothered with in the scientists like, oh, we're in the beginning, and then we show up again, and it's like, oh, now we're here again. It was like, what the fuck are you doing here? I guess because we build Libra. I'm like, oh, okay, sure.
He didn't really
build everything.
Tuberoff built Libra.
Yeah, they said that they designed or build Libra. That's
I'm not arguing with what they said, or I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying that the show is wrong. Tuberoff was designed to build Libra, and he was doing it the entire show.
Yeah, so I don't know why these guys are doing here. Like, oh, we have to do for our sins, and like, sure, whatever. I don't care. Right now, I don't give a shit.
Also, Sally Poe pulling a Wooder from Zeta Gundam now, telling her people to evacuate to MO2, just confidently saying that they will take them in. Based on what? Pretty sure that you're still an enemy. Even if you decided to attack White Fang 2, there's been no contact between you and them. Just confidently launching pods in their direction, assuming that they'll be cool. Can't wait for that to just work out for you, though.
No, we're taken as prisoners, I suppose.
There's nothing that says, again, you're just firing escape pods in their direction, like, they'll take us in. They might still be your enemy. I mean, there's no reason to think that they're not your enemy. You've been killing them just like they've been killing. You've been killing the other side. I mean,
hey, it's a contrivance train, and everybody's running, full speed ahead. We're not gonna stop now.
There's not enough time. There's only one episode.
Yeah,
that'd be a real shit move to be like, oh no, they're shooting down our escape pods. I'm like, we don't have time for this.
Yeah. On to episode 48. Take off into confusion. First time I agree with Wu Fei. I'm tired of Treize empty philosophizing.
I mean,
I'm gonna do this for this.
We'd have like 5 less episodes if he didn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This series would be a lot shorter if that were the case. But sure.
I think it's less interesting though too. It'd be less of Treize talking. It'd be more random fights, and I'd rather have Treize talking than the random fights.
Yeah, it's just that it's word salad stuff that comes out of his mouth. So it's like blah 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 blah. It sounds very important. Like, yeah.
You think anyone's ever made that? You know,
What?
like oh shit, yeah, Cheerios for well, I mean that's just technically O's, but there's got to be a word like an alphabet. Like you have alphabet soup, right? There's got to be an alphabet cereal. You think there's
Yeah.
a literal word salad? Someone's like,
A little word salad. They take the leaves and cut them up as
well,
letters.
probably it
What?
was more like croutons or something. Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be like a market for that. That can't. That has to be like an untouched market. It's like it sells itself. Everyone knows the word salad, huh?
It's quirky. Yeah.
Well, until this gets released, till look it up and patent the name. The Peace Million is about to plow into us. What? You're kidding. What? The Peace Million is exactly as big as the Libra. It could not
Yeah.
have possibly snuck up on you. You must have been
Yeah.
watching it for Zex's battle over there too. How is this a surprise?
Because surprises are exciting, I guess. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
What? You're kidding.
Yeah.
Ah, shit,
Huh?
I didn't look to the right this whole time.
Yeah. You're gonna kill everybody. Huh?
People have died
Yeah.
for you. Huh?
Huh? I will say that the cheese factor has not gone down one bit. It will understand me talking about Pixmalion. Sure thing, sex. Sure thing. It certainly, this inanimate giant object is going to understand you because you were a member of its crew for how long? You know, I mean, I think taking the idea of, oh, everything has a spirit, like a ship or something like that, and I guess that's a vein that he's talking in, I
I mean, it's a
guess.
big thing in One Piece.
Yeah.
Spirit of the ship. I don't know. There's also an element of this is unrelated to your thing, but since you're bringing up the Peace Million, I know I just brought up the Peace Million too, but it's been annoying me lately in both of the Gundam shows we're watching. The larger the craft, the less likely it is to get damaged in a fight. Like legitimately, we talk about with the Abdullah and it starts with the NASA. I can't remember.
Yeah.
The Titan one. They're shooting at each other. There's just mobile suits flying out through the air. How easy was it to take out a Gaw in Universal Century? In the 1 Year War, and that these things are completely undamaged until they're completely damaged. The Peace Million is flying up at this thing, which got bristling with weapons. How easy was it before the Wing Zero to like blow up a colony?
Yeah.
The
I
Epyon's got
haven't
the
known
same sort
about
of
that.
weapons and everything. Well, I was just saying,
Yeah.
it's happening all across all shows right now. The bigger it is, the more likely it is to have, I guess, at least one main character on it. So we got one character on board, can't blow it up. All right, well, my next note. Dorothy on the Libra shouts that the battle isn't over yet. And somewhere in space, Trey says, "That's right," and says a whole statement in response to Dorothy's line. But they aren't on an open communications or anything. Unless they're both
No, no.
psychic, this shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, well, it's that level again. The cheese is just hot and melting. It's just you
I
gotta
think it's
pour it
more an element
everywhere.
of God camera. I mean,
Hmm.
legitimately, if I just went out throughout my day and just started turning to the right and saying, "That's right," it would match up with something someone's saying somewhere on the earth, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
God camera
okay,
could
yeah,
match me up.
yeah. We just record you, and then well, it's like editing. I record you saying that, and I record me saying something else. It's like, and the moon is freakishly large, and you turn, "That's right," and you're like, well, I guess
Yeah,
we edited
it'd be a
together. Yeah,
Monty Python sketch, right? Someone on
yeah.
Australia is like, "God damn, it's hot out today." Bad out. No, that's damn, it's
Oh,
hot
it
out
is
today.
because it's
My
summer.
balls are
It's summer
sticking to
down
my
there right now.
thighs.
So
And then all of a sudden,
yeah,
pan to me in America. That's right. Like,
yeah. I mean, technically, it is summer down there. So yeah,
I'm just saying the element that, sure, there's a completely random chance that Trace just decided to say, "That's right" to nothing, and then had his own thing to say. But
and
it's
to
like,
no one in particular either, because he's just saying it.
yeah, it's just like we're just
And for the
throwing
audience, I
logic out
guess.
the window at this point. We're just having
Yeah,
people
yeah, I know.
communicate across. Again, she's in the middle of the station where the Zero System control room is. You know, how many layers of metal and whatnot between her and space, which is a vacuum, which isn't going to express those words anywhere, to then him moving around in a mobile suit in the middle of a combat area. Let alone him paying attention to what people are randomly saying in random radio chatter, assuming she was on open comms, which she shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, all the Gundam pilots know what's going on with Dorothy and Quattro.
Well,
no,
what's
Troa
his
just
name?
shows up because Troa is fucking Troa. You know, I watched a YouTube short the other day.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It said the scariest Gundam pilot of them all. Troa Barton was their argument. You know, yeah, I was going to comment on it and I didn't, because sometimes I just watch these things and I was like, I'm not going to say anything. They say might be the scariest Gundam pilot of all. It's like, to be fair, they said might be. The fact they're 100% wrong, they're going to
might be too.
couch that on the might be that they said at the very beginning.
It's a spectrum, and you're going onto the near. It's always a higher value than zero, but close.
Well, they're couching it on the element that he's like a war orphan who took the Gundam from his actual pilot and stole his name, and that he's basically out here doing all this shit with no training and whatnot. It's like, sure, Amuro much, maybe? Like, I don't know.
Talking about Dorothy sounds like a Twitter shot complaining about toxic empathy, basically. You're too good and the world is horrible and I want to kill everybody because my dad, this is the first and last time we're going to mention him, died because of it. I'm like...
I mean, since you're bringing it up, I'll jump ahead a couple of notes. Dorothy's dad as motivation for her actions is really a last-minute addition out of nowhere. Also kind of stands opposed to her seemingly intentional act of sending her grandpa to space, knowing he'd get himself killed. Unless we are completely rewriting Dorothy at the end, Quattro has a complete misread on her saying that they are the same. Also, how dare he? People just trying to survive are less than animals? People are struggling for real, in the real world, to get by, just to live. How am I supposed to side with this guy when he's insulting the very people a hero should be protecting?
In the name of protecting them, because he's trying to save everybody, I guess.
Yeah, I was just saying, he's calling the people who are just trying to survive are less than animals. Get the fuck up. Yeah. Rich kid. Shut the fuck up, rich kid. Also, I hate him more now. He's Camille'd himself in my mind.
Yeah. Talk about, this would have been, this episode could have been an email, or for that matter, a lot of the series. Hero, if you simply turn your guns on the Libra, battle will be over. Oh, wait, that would be too simple. We have one episode to go.
Well, I mean, also the fact he's sticking his own inside the Libra.
Yeah. No, but he goes out.
Yeah, but he goes out at the end of the second episode, so he's been inside Libra the whole time. Mm-hmm. Until he goes into the Peace Million.
Yeah, he goes in Peace Million, gets in, it's like, the moment he gets out, it's like, oh, everybody's safe? That's it. We're done. It's over. But,
Well, somewhat tangentially related. Engine's still working on the Libra at 70%, but the main gun is out, and Peace Million is stuck into it. Not hard to figure out what comes next. I mean, they only doubled the mass of the Libra.
Talking about the Peace Million, and my last note, also, they could have rigged the Peace Million engines to explode, and that would have destroyed the Libra. But again, gotta have our pointless duels and empty speechifying, so...
I don't think so. I don't think they could have rigged the Peace Million to explode that way. I mean, maybe over a long term, but they didn't. Well, what the fuck am I talking about? This show didn't do anything long term. The element is that the Peace Million's engines have exploded multiple times now in the show, and they don't blow up the Peace Million. They just blow themselves up. I think the element that they've been setting up is the fact that they've got basically an unintentional self-destruct device on the Libra, which is to say, if the Libra tries to fire its gun again, the whole fucking thing is going to explode. Because it's ruined at the moment, but they've got those what the scientists said that they built into the power network of it.
Yeah.
So presumably, again, I don't remember how this goes. I would imagine that they're going to just activate the weapon platform on the Libra, and the whole fucking thing is going to explode. So looking at the layout that shows where the Libra is meant to target, by which I mean falling onto Earth, I grabbed a virtual globe and angled it exactly the way that the map showed, to try and express the place where Libra would strike according to that map. It's Europe. I thought it would have been another strike on North America for irony's sake, but it looks like it's a Jobero-style colony drop aimed at Romefeller HQ. The secondary shot seems to imply that it'll hit Asia north of Japan with a 69% chance. Nice. But that's different from the initial estimate. They say an impact of 6,000 megatons, which, running the numbers, isn't just weaker than Operation British, which created a crater of 310 miles. It's weaker than the impact that led to the death of the dinosaurs, which is 111 miles wide. I didn't write it down here. No, I did. I mean, we're talking about a 9-mile wide crater with this. I mean, we're still talking fallout, winter, global wildfires, acid rain, tsunamis, etc. It's funny to consider that when asking an AI about it, it considers it a civilization-ending event with death tolls in the billions. And yet, Universal Century Gundam is built on that premise that an event 35 times as powerful as that didn't cloud the skies for even a year.
Let's say it's Belgium, right? Belgium.
I did my estimation on it hitting northern China, Mongolia, based on their 69%, once again, nice, percent estimate that it was going to hit there.
What is the calculation of the effects? And it's going to be surface.
No, like I said, I did, I don't know, you're doing the nuclear site?
Yeah, nuclear map, yeah.
Yeah, I looked at that, and then I asked an AI to also estimate. That's why I said, that's why I just said that the AI considered a civilization-ending event.
It's 6,000 megatons, so that would be 600,000 kilotons, right? Give or take.
That's how conversion works.
1,000 kilotons. Let's see. Detonate. Oh, it cannot do more than 100,000 megatons. 100,000 kilotons or 100 megatons. Never mind.
Like I said, the AI estimated death tolls in the billions. Like I said, civilization-ending event, but you might not have heard, since you're doing your little thing there,
yeah,
the element that this is 35 times weaker than the Universal Century Gundam one, which didn't even cloud the skies for a whole year.
I mean, it's also sci-fi sci-fi writers don't have a sense of scale. On one hand, you do have a lot of destruction, but they didn't. That's one of the complaints about UC. They didn't properly scale these impacts, especially in the environmental effects. While they might be doing it better here.
I know.
Right?
It's my impetus here is that the Universal Century one is almost 3 times stronger than the event that killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And this one is 35 times weaker than that. And yet the AI is telling me this is a civilization-ending event that's going to kill billions of people. And it's like, thinking back to that 310-mile-wide crater in the Universal Century that didn't even cloud the skies for a full year. Again, Operation British left a 310-mile-wide crater in Australia versus the 111-mile-wide crater in real life from the event that killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, Tomino didn't do the research.
Or the mass extinction event, whichever one that specifically is. No, that's the water one. I can't remember the name.
Tomino clearly didn't do the research, that's for sure.
I'm just saying it follows. Is a movie title. Anyway, yours?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was my last
sorry.
note.
Well, I've got more than. Dorothy's dad. Oh, we got one more. So Trays would have us to believe that he's memorized 99,822 names, plus 187 more later had he survived. Beyond that laughable bit, I think the more pressing matter is that it's implied that they know the names of the 82 White Fang dead. Trays has built a big brother state that knows all and sees all. As an aside, he listed Noventa's name among them, a guy he set up to be killed, not in battle, just flying away. Also, not in vain, according to Trays, despite the fact that Noventa had convinced the world leaders under him to follow the path of peace. So yeah, more nonsense.
And disarmament. He was always ready to disarm as well.
Well, yeah, you remember, guy was very much septum. was also like,
Yeah.
yes, I'll get rid of my armies. Yeah. I mean, he didn't have them, yeah, but then, we're.
Oh, and he also got killed because Lydion dropped him out of
Yeah,
the
he didn't
back of
list
an
the name,
airplane.
though. He listed
And,
like 8 names of people
yeah.
after he said, I honor everyone who died in battle. Naventa didn't die in battle. You had him killed by tricking Operation Meteor
Hero.
into killing him.
Yeah, hero, yeah.
But again, he also said none of it was in vain. Yeah, no, it was. You wouldn't be here right now because Noventa would have. We questioned early on, was Noventa's means worth it? He conquered the Earth, essentially, by forcing all of these countries into the United Earth Sphere Alliance, and then was about to make peace with everybody. It's like, that's better than where we're at right now. You're trying to make peace forever by scarring the human psyche with how horrible war can be. Well, Noventa took over the world and was going to create worldwide peace under, I guess, one world government, technically, which is basically what you tried to do and failed already. So you killed a guy who was going to do things better than you, and not in vain.
I mean, conceivably, this is the biggest missed opportunity, because in many ways, what Wing should have been is the rebellion against the one world government, right? The one world government supposedly brings peace, but then it has a dark side.
I mean, they did that.
Oh yeah, but
amongst the 3 overthrows of the world government.
Yeah.
The first one was the Night of Long Knives, essentially Oz turning on the United Earth Federation, which was the whole point of what Zex was up to, when he's like, I'm going to give these nations the opportunity to choose what they're going to do with their freedom, which is why it's so fucking insane what he does later. So that was one of the many things that we touched on in this show.
Yeah, but I think a better written show would have shown that, the build up. But here since we just go straight to Operation Meteor, it doesn't feel like there was any peace to begin with, right? Because the colonies were being oppressed, so clearly there's no peace if they're being oppressed.
I mean, I could certainly see a world wherein you could make Gundam Wing as a gritty reality show. Start before Operation Meteor with the setup of how bad things are. Then the scientists are your main character. Like a multi-seasonal show where you do things slowly. Like have Dr. J as your main character for season 1, where he's setting all this stuff up. Well, yeah, you get the suffering of the colonists and everything, and him setting up for Operation Meteor. And then, near the end of the season, introduce Hiroyui. And then after that, we get launched into Earth, and we see what Earth is actually like, and then the fight on Earth. And, I mean, you would need to go real fucking slow. And you would never finish, because this would be Game of Thrones level shit.
Yeah. Oh, Legends of Galactic Heroes, at least.
Well, no, I mean Game of Thrones, production, how the show would go. You got so much material, and eventually someone's going to get an offer, and they're going to fuck the show, and then...
I mean, I think, again, the show implies a lot of things, but doesn't. It's very clunky in the way, because you could have said this area like, oh yeah, no, we have peace on Earth. We got rid of all the the belligerent nations. We conquered the Earth because you had all these nations that were being belligerent and starting war, so we had to stop them. Okay. You won the peace. But the thing is that all the high technology that you used to do that was the ones developed by the people in space, and they're the resources that are funding and your new world government, and that's why you're oppressing them. So the peace on Earth is bought with the journey in space. That is implied.
I mean, I
but
forgot
not
that
really stated.
The very first OVA ever made, Dalos, is that. I guess in reverse, though, that the supplies from the moon and the colonists you've kind of abandoned up there, but now are forcing to live under a tyrannical work government, is on the back of the rich people on Earth who are, living it up. And we just don't see that. The people who come from Earth to enforce their will is what we see. Dalos is worth watching, I would say.
Yeah.
I guess more specifically, the last episode of Dalos, or the movie. I guess you're just going to watch the movie. Dalos is set up with the whole "what is Dalos" thing, and it doesn't fucking matter at all, in fact, and never gets answered.
Yeah.
Well, no, they the original colonists that are fucking died up here trying to establish everything, and still believe in getting back to Earth and living on peaceful, good Earth. That's never going to happen, by the way. Found an ancient, like Total Recall, like alien wreckage thing here. Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Did the scientists build it? Because that's even a question. Like, no fucking clue. It's just a giant face in the surface of the moon.
I mean, yeah. Again, I think I had a discussion with somebody on social media, and they were like, "Oh, Wing, you shouldn't criticize Wing because Wing was tackling all these things." And I said, "It was, but the problem with Wing is it's very clumsy about it."
I was saying it's tackling them with all the nuance of a quarterback.
Yeah. Being run over by a freight train.
Well, no, it's like watching those people that play. What's the combined sport, which is football and golf? You've seen that before?
No.
Example, then you're on the green, trying to make the putt, and you've got a quarterback running you down. So it's effectively like a timer, but
yeah.
Or I guess you might be boxing, chess. I think that's the more people are more familiar with.
Oh, yeah, this sounds pretty ridiculous.
You never heard boxing chess either?
No.
You do a couple of moves on the chessboard, and then you go into a boxing ring, and then you box, and it's whoever wins whichever game first.
Okay, sure.
That's a real thing. You never heard of boxing chess?
No.
I mean, the other thing is real too. I just think that's more of a niche.
Pretty much.
Does boxing chess have its own name, or it's just boxing chess?
First time I ever heard of
chess boxing. Sorry, I had it in the wrong order. Chess boxing is a hybrid sport that combines two traditional disciplines, chess and boxing. Two combatants play alternating rounds of blitz chess and boxing until one wins by checkmate or knockout. It is also possible to win by time penalty as in normal chess and by boxing decision, and there's a draw if the chess round. I think it's supposed to be like, what you call it? Like Renaissance Man, right? You're not just a chess nerd or a boxing jock. You've got to be a well-rounded individual to win either.
So that was your final note, I believe?
Huh. Sorry. The very first thing in the history of chess boxing, Alan Turing invented an early hybrid chess sport referred to as round-the-house chess, where one player makes a chess move, and then that player runs around the house, and the other player must make a chess move before that first player returns. Alan Turing.
Yeah.
The predecessor of chess boxing.
Oh boy. That's interesting. Let's give you that much.
I mean, I'm all about it. I like a sport that combines both mental acuity and physical prowess.
It's sports ball. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, it's the element, you can understand it. You got to be good at chess or boxing, because I imagine if you're just only good, well, I guess to be fair, you could min-max this. Just be really good at boxing and fuck the guy up enough that he's not going to play chess right.
He's not going to do anything right after you're done with him.
Well, it just occurs to me that you can't, if you draw out the clock, you're not going to lose the chess game before the first round of boxing. So if you're like fucking Mike Tyson in the ring, the first guy might not last the first boxing round, right? So you can really min-max the shit out of this. You go in expecting like, okay, I'm just going to fight someone who is pretty good at chess or mediocre at boxing, and you're like heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't know the chess moves. So he just like sits there, runs out the clock on the chess game a little bit, and then you didn't make it to round 2 of chess.
Yeah.
I'd be so angry. I guess I'd get over it later at the hospital.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Climb back into the ring again? I mean, you already proven you can't take the hit.
Yeah,
you're gonna go back for round 2 or 3 for that matter. Like, yeah, well, I lost. I mean,
that's why they invented the word impotent rage.
Yeah,
really hard to do anything about a person who's proven that they are far superior to you physically.
And we had rules and everything. It wasn't like he ambushed me in a parking lot or anything. It's just, I agreed to this. I signed the contract. So, yeah,
I think, again, just for me, I guess more interesting to watch a chess match.
They just
Well, it's more interesting to watch a chess match where I know actively the participants are getting dumber as things go on.
Yeah, well.
Like, oh, why aren't they making the right... Oh, that's right. He took like 17 hits to the face. I understand why he's not making the right moves anymore.
He can barely see. They cut everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Andrea,
19 for...
Andrea?
Cut me, Mick. Cut me.
Andrea, where are you?
Can you imagine any of the boxing like coach scenes and any of that shit? But they're like in the chess match. No, he's everywhere. Got your queen on the run.
There's blood everywhere. He has to take sips of saline water so he could pump. Okay. You okay? Yeah, sure.
I guess I just realized also the element you've already expressed. You don't know how chess works, so it's less funny from that. But I mean, even then, replace it with checkers in your mind. It's still funny to consider.
Yeah, it's funny.
The dude hanging off of the ropes. It's time for chess again. Can you bring the board over here? If I let go of these ropes, I'm gonna be down.
Or as we used to say, a good Thursday night playing Monopoly, because somebody was always gonna hit the floor after that.
But it's also like, what do you do when the bell rings for chess and you're already 4, 5? I'm gonna need a minute here. How many pawns do I have left?
Yeah.
All right. Well, with all of that, it's time to hop on in to the final episode of the show.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Last time to hear this, but not for us. We still have to talk over it.
Yeah, it's I want to watch this episode before saying all the things I want to say, because it's like I don't want to get ahead of myself, because I've seen it, you've seen it, we all seen it, we've seen it again, so it's like, oh, we could say a lot, I guess, but
it does remind me. The other day I was making magic cards again.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've just put them into the chat. You say, yeah, as though I didn't just put stuff in the chat.
You could make magic cards of like Gundam Wing, right? I guess.
Please, Lessons, continue to tell me how you haven't even glanced at the chat.
No, let me see. So I the thing is that my window is covering the chat, so I do it over there.
You can hear the show. The opening is still going.
There you go. Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
What's the element you're asking me? You could make Gundam Wing magic cards. Like, that's expressly why I linked them in the chat.
I know, but it just...
Well, now come back to the show, Lessons. The show's back on.
Oh, so everybody's dead. It's going to be total peace, I guess. Total pacifism, really.
There's always one joke that comes to my mind when you say that shit, and it's not on, Lessons. It's not on. That's a joke.
It's dead. I mean, I don't agree.
I mean, not the colonies don't attack each other.
Yeah. Yet.
I mean, to be fair, they all came together to overpower Oz and whatnot in space.
Yeah.
They seem completely willing to work together.
Yeah, but once the enemy of my enemy is gone, then...
They never attacked each other to begin with. There's no history of the colonists attacking each other in space.
Oh. Technically, this is colonies attacking each other.
No, it's not.
Zero is a colonist.
It's not. White Fang is all the colonies. They're only attacking the people from Earth.
No, but the Gundam pilots are from the colonies, and they're attacking other people from the colonies.
No,
so,
the Gundam pilots are attacking White Fang. White Fang considered the Gundams their allies until the Gundams started attacking them.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Especially not in the timetable you're giving them.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys come from?
No, it
They
wasn't.
Literally, legit,
Yeah.
we had no idea you guys were launching in our direction. You realize this implies that the White Fang could have just boarded the station and taken it, and nobody would have known what the fuck was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up. I could not find it. Someone on Reddit was asking, what's the Mortal Kombat theme from episode 48 of
Yeah.
Gundam Wing? And it's like, I wanted to look it up because I want to know who the fuck ripped who off. Was Mortal Kombat not published in Japan? Like, what was going on here?
I think it was.
Test
I think it
your
wasn't as
might.
popular as Street Fighter, but
I want to see Duo punching a car. Bonus round. Yeah, I remember when Hero did this to the Noventa family. Here's a gun. Well, joke's on you. It was filled with blanks. I don't want to get shot.
yeah. Yeah.
Literally nothing. This is a
Nothing, yeah.
rock that doesn't move. We established this. Well, fair enough. I didn't take that into account. Although they
Yeah.
said that the explosion, so I assumed they took it into account. For what? A couple of months? Universal centuries to be believed. You guys know the names of every dead White Fang pilot. How do you
Yeah.
not know where the Gundams are?
Oh, we're doing the
Did it ever? Really? You mean the circus?
Yeah.
Because you got your grandpa killed.
Mhm.
To then suddenly care about your family. I've only been stabbed. She's sad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's translation. He's a bitch. I don't care. Let's
Well,
go.
literally, he came into the scene. Isn't that sad? A girl who can't cry.
I can't cry. Yeah.
Yep, ruining Dorothy's character in 2 episodes. I know you didn't care for her character to begin with, but you have to assume that if you did like who she was before, this is just a 180 out of nowhere.
You did patch him up, right?
Also, I own all the expensive anything around here, so...
Yeah. Oh, you're saluting the woman that.
の戦いはモニターしているな。はい。その映像をこちらの回線に回せ。私はもうオズではありません。命令は聞けません。命令ではないよ。頼んでいるのだ。平和を望む同志として。
You just said in the last episode that you were willing to sacrifice all these people
because Trace was alive.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. Override everybody else's communication systems. God forbid you weren't making like a 911 call at the moment.
Yeah.
Why would you think of that? It's literally ongoing. The year that never ends. Legitimately, this is something that should have been going on forever.
Yeah.
Just literally showing battles happening and putting your own commentary over top of it. With because legitimately, you're spinning it as it's happening. So anything anybody else has to say about it, everyone's going to think back to what you said.
Those are big keys, by the way.
Yeah, same thing as on the other ship, though. They're old men. Old men require bigger keyboards. I'm glad somebody did it. There's no time for talking anymore. So Quinns was a member of Operation Meteor 2.
I guess they were not expecting to survive that, so it didn't matter if you opened fire.
I don't really care about these guys.
No.
I was gonna make a joke about, hey guys, you think we're underdeveloped? It's like, don't worry about it, we'll get more manga. You know, if one of you guys really wanted to win this fight, you'd stop backing up and charging at each other.
Yeah. Did they though?
Yeah. It's not untrue. It just doesn't matter. It's inconsequential information. Again, I don't like the Gundam pilots. Quattro is like, people that are just trying to survive are lower than animals. Hero's like, I hate nervous people.
Yeah.
That's the message of no game, no life.
Mm-hmm. Now you guys say something.
Too late for that bullshit.
No, how convenient. That's a lot of bullshit.
Regardless of the reason.
That's also stupid.
Plenty of reasons to fight. Also, weren't you supposed to be destroying these things?
Yeah.
You were destroying your own weapons. Thank you, epilepsy camera.
Yeah.
And for good reason. You are literally the strongest pilot in the fucking show. So what was the rest of Lieber gonna do? 5 times a never-ending winter? I mean, knowing that just the one section of Lieber falling off would cause a never-ending winter, you should have blown every piece off and thrown it all at different parts of the Earth. They'd never be able to stop it. The Vulcans, they do nothing.
I mean, they upped their budget for parts of this fight. Not all of it, though.
What, the never-ending hallways? By the way, imagine you're walking down this fucking hallway. It's 18 fucking meters tall.
Yeah.
With normal-ass lights in the ceiling, though. You imagine being the repair crew? You gotta change a light bulb. Let me get
Well, you can float, I suppose, so that's not an issue. Oh no, you got no helmet anymore. Yeah. Oh, now is his time to lose an arm, I guess.
No, that's Emma from Zeta. She is. She always is. And again, the only reason Zex loses this is because he's on the bad guy side. Every other fight they've ever had, Zex wins because he was like in a neutral territory.
I mean, this is more like break the world scenario, right?
Well, this is also bullshit. This doesn't work. You know what? Shoot. How much of your bullet is destroying this thing? This is like trying to cut down a tree into parts as it's falling. It's like, how's this gonna work?
Oh, these guys are here.
They were in space. They just weren't here before.
Yeah.
Hey, weren't you guys like struggling to survive like a couple of years ago? You fucking animals. Would you say mission accepted? Wrong 2 words. Well, you just pushed the button. Didn't listen.
Yeah.
There's one thing accepted.
You're too pure and kind? Yeah.
Classic. I'm gonna live to the bitter end, as says the suicide guy.
Yeah, and that is right now. We reached the end.
Because famously, Zero only shows you good outcomes, right?
Yeah. Hey. It's Wu-Fei, yeah.
Guess better late than never. You're not fighting. You're shooting walls.
Yeah.
Again, imagine the pan back shot. They're just shooting walls.
Yeah, before he killed us all. Yeah.
Again, this combat scene has all the energy of watching somebody play Minecraft. They're just destroying walls. I can imagine watching a Minecrafter just That's all it is. That's all they're doing. I'm assuming he has to get into a position where he's going to shoot the thing, but not shoot the planet with the angle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called plot armor. They have overcome every single thing that the plot has thrown at them because the plot said so.
Legitimately, you can still pull the trigger right now, and all of those targets would be over this thing.
Yeah.
I was just about to comment what would fucking explode.
Yeah.
Because literally the beam just punctured right through the center of it, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Well, the reactor of Libra should be on the center bit. This is just one of the engine arms. Well, guys, I think we can all forget about why we hated one another.
Yeah. We got the music back.
Time to start dick riding.
Wow.
That's certainly a thing.
Sure. That's a statement.
Not necessary, considering the people who would give you missions are all dead now.
Yeah.
Still the same year. So the Fourth World Government.
That's a lot of graves.
And yet, not nearly enough for the number of people that we know Trey's said died. He's not dead. Yeah. If not for the element that we in the movie area know that he's alive. Also, did he get buried next to her grandpa? Like, who's she visiting?
Oh, so I guess it's a full year has passed. So it should be after colony 196. Right?
It's about time for a new year.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You didn't know who he was?
To me, it'd be more hilarious. She got pissed off at some lowly worker bumping into her or something. You were trying to do a good thing, and she'd be like...
How can he... Well, I guess he can't hear you through walls and shit.
And then the bomb goes off. I promised I'd kill you. Damn it, Relina. There was $5 in there.
Yeah. That was a lot of money before inflation. And that's it.
I mean, so much promise. So little of it used.
It's a show that tried, I guess. That's what we could say about Wing.
It feels like it's a show where they had the same problem as like Macross or OG Gundam, that they got promised a certain amount of run, and then they kept getting told no, and then yes, and then no. So they ended up doing the same story like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, okay, guys, we're going to give you a 30-episode run. shit, guys, it's going to be a 15 episode, right? It's a 37 episode. Oh, it's a 16 episode. Like, they didn't know, so they couldn't commit to anything.
This could have been at the most, I think, a 36 episode. Well, it was a 36 episodes. Yeah, no, it's 49. Yeah, you could have cut it down to about 36.
You could have cut this down to a 12.
Yeah, 12, yeah.
You just start later and have everything be like one episode of flashback material. I don't know why I paused, like it was going to be a next time on. Like, I hesitated for a moment.
There's no next time on, yeah.
It's the element, I feel like. Here's the problem. Rewatching this makes me nostalgic for G Gundam. You know? G Gundam is over the top, but it embraces its over the top nature.
Yeah.
Whereas this is over the top and wants you to play it serious.
Yeah.
And granted, I mean, we're going to be watching Gundam 00 after this. And that's the one where I think it really does take it serious. And unfortunately, in my memory of it, which is not, I didn't take it seriously when I was watching it. Which is to say, don't take my opinion to be the thing. That's the reason why it's, I think, going to be good to rewatch it and then try and actually discuss it for real. Watching Gundam 00, my memory of it makes me nostalgic for Gundam Wing, which I wish people were a little bit more like that and not so up their own asses. So
yeah. I mean, we did like Say Destiny Freedom, which was way over the top.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You said you didn't. You said you didn't, and you rallied against so many parts of it. Like, I don't even remember it that much. Like, I remember there was a whole, they got lured into another country thing to try and...
Yeah.
God, that really was this. That was the Saint Kingdom arc of this.
Yeah, basically.
And then the introduction of the characters that didn't matter out of nowhere. And that one girl who was just like in love with the guy for no fucking reason, and he goes nowhere.
Yeah.
And then she joins the bad guy team because she got rebuked.
Yeah, well, it's because, there was a setup for very transparent. She was going to betray them. That's why she.
I mean, we might not be done with Gundam Seed. Remember, they're supposed to be coming out with a prequel to the movie series, so stuff that happens after Seed Destiny, but before Seed Destiny Freedom.
Which again, it's sort of kind of World War government colony. Well, it's Gundam, so always colonies versus, except for the one Gundam where it has aliens.
Well, remember that Seed is supposed to be the reimagining of OG Gundam. I guess Zeta, now that I have that context, where Gundam 00 is the reimagining of Wing. So you'll see the serious version of Wing in Gundam 00.
Kira was never as likable as Camille was.
What?
Kira. I'm
saying I don't think I heard you right. It sounded like you said Hero was never as likable as Camille was.
Dislikable.
That's what I'm saying. I was confused because
unlikable is a word.
Camille is the most unlikable.
Yeah.
It's the element that Zeta is not playing very well for us because Camille is so unlikable that I don't understand how you can like the show if you don't like Camille. And I don't know how you're supposed to like Camille, but to each their own.
Guess he's supposed to grow into to like him, I guess. Maybe
because Hero is a nothing character. Hero is a plot
device.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's not a plot device. He's a plot mechanic. I don't know. He only exists because the plot devices need a mechanism by which to keep moving.
Yeah.
He is the gear turning the plot, but he is not creating plot. Right? Hero's not like, I have to do this because I want. He is, scientist guy gave me an order, so I'm acting independently of anything of my own, right? He has no free will. I guess technically by the end he does have free will. But through the majority, he's not acting on his own free will, his own desires or anything.
No.
So he has no impetus to do anything other than he is a character who takes orders and does things. Yep. So again, he's turning the wheel of the plot, but presumably there's an outside party turning his wheel. And those people matter even less than Hero does.
Yeah.
Really, what this show should have had is a point of view character, I think it would have solved everything. Don't follow the Gundam pilots. Don't follow Relina. Don't follow Zex. Don't follow Noin. Don't follow any of
the
them.
big people. Yeah.
Yeah, have
Follow
a ground level character who's just living their life and has to live with what's going on.
Survive.
Yeah, no, like they're just like, say, set them in New York or set them in Tokyo, Japan, or set them somewhere where every so often, I'm gonna go do my shopping. What do you mean the yen has gone super inflated? The world government fell again, and it's Rockefeller's backing the international currency, and apparently it's really tanking because they're spending all their money on the military shit. Like, give us a ground level character to put into context all this insanity that's going on. Oh no, the Oz forces are attacking again. What do you mean the Oz forces are attacking? The Trey's Oz forces are attacking because apparently the current Oz forces are saying, what are they doing here?
Yeah.
I just wanted to be a pizza delivery guy, and now that's a Gundam 00 joke. You're going to figure that one out later.
Okay.
I just want to be a pizza delivery guy. And it's like, what the fuck? I think that would have been better because we can't use any of the characters in Gundam Wing as point of view characters because they're not relatable.
No,
Relina, the element of like the reason why Roseanne played so well back in the day is that it looked like a household you could fucking live in and afford.
Yeah.
With the family that would probably live in a house like that, versus say like Designing Women, which is 4 women in a mansion essentially. It's like unrelatable. Well, Relina comes from a fucking rich family mansion, has all these people trying to defend her while she holds a worldview that would get her shat on in any social media. Like, legitimately, she's unrelatable as a character, and you're supposed to want to be on her side.
No. She starts as a rich girl who turns out to be a hidden princess of a dead kingdom, so she becomes the not princess of the kingdom. Then she becomes the queen of the world.
And then a politician. Weirdly, I'm assuming that's what she is. He's dressed like a page boy from Texas.
Yeah.
Well, she's wearing a bolo. That's very confusing to me. So, but she's also dressed in like what seems to be a politician's uniform, or just maybe she's a business person.
Yeah.
The element there.
I mean, I guess he both inherited her adopted father business and money and whatever was left.
If people think Miliardo is dead, not for nothing, he did give up like everything related to the Sand Kingdom.
So whatever was left money wise on the Peace Kingdom, she also owns as well, right?
I don't know. Like, there's the assumption that there's actually a nation there, but all we saw was like a school. So,
I mean, there were houses and stuff like that. I don't think.
Probably because the school people had somewhere to live.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, the show is filled with writers can't figure out how this should happen, so it happens off screen. Relina just disappears from one place and now is the princess of the king. Or technically she would be queen of the country. But we have no idea how she would go from school kid to queen of country. So we don't do it. She just is. The next scene we see her in, she just is. And that's, what do you do with a carrier group? Beats me.
Yeah.
And if you've got an answer, write it in the comments below, because it was not answered here.
No, I mean, already Wu Fei was driving a carrier all by himself. Like, it takes thousands of people to man a carrier. I mean, sure, they have probably no air wing, but still.
Well, I mean, we're talking about a carrier group, which was Quattro and Hero, I believe. And
like I said, we're all automated.
That was 2 people.
Just slave to,
well, I don't understand how they got everybody to evacuate the ship. Like, there are 2 people. You're like, what? A carrier flotilla. I don't know how many ships, but they had them all. And they convinced everybody on every ship to get off. And also, there's just no delineation here between people who will fight to the death and people who will abandon ship.
Just because some guy says, "Oh, you're on my side, and I want you to all die." Yes, you're the leader. We're all gonna die. I'm like, what? Nobody goes like, "Sure, I'll don't take you on that offer.
I feel like in any other show,
you know,
in any other show, the Gundam would have pointed a gun at the carrier's bridge, and then all the other ships would just guns pointed at the Gundam. Because not for nothing, in all those scenes, every time they never just pull the trigger on shooting the bridge. It's always shoots over. Don't you do it! I'll shoot this bridge. And then you would have had a shootout, and then the whole carrier group would have been sunk because everyone would have died fighting. Instead of, I guess, there's a ghost carrier group just floating out there right now.
They would have taken the entirety of the carrier group and maybe try to get the carriers like, well, everybody's dead. You want to join them? Oh, okay, fine. We surrender, right? Fine.
That's like the thing that some like fishermen out there discovered this carrier group just floating along as like became a pirate or something.
Me and 5 guys,
Yeah, for the 8 ships.
The ultimate party boat,
I mean, maybe. Legitimately, it's like the biggest thing for me. I have no fucking idea. That carrier group is like
you can have an entire deck full of like barbecue, people suntanning and jumping off the ship to go to. I mean, yeah, it could be the ultimate party boat. Yeah,
Well, no, I'm just the idea. I don't know what like the currents would carry it. Obviously, you're not maintaining it, and those things are heavily maintenance intensive.
Yeah.
I know you just run aground at some point. Like, I had it in my head for a second, just lash all the boats together. They're too fucking big. That would not fucking work. You can't do that with those things.
What the fuck? Kilometer long chains? No, that wouldn't.
I mean, anchors, I guess, lash the anchors together, but...
Yeah, no, that would wreck the ships.
What are they going to do right now? They're probably going to get wrecked anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I came in just like, oh yeah, I remember Wing. Wing was silly, but it was fun, and like I said many times earlier, I think the reason why, specifically, people watching in the West, we saw it through those who saw it through Toonami, we had 1 episode per day. So it's like, 49 episodes in like a month and a half, like boom, 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 one after the other, right? Oh, there's another fight. There's another thing going. Okay, next. But when you're watching it, like we were watching 1 episode or 2 episodes a week, it's like, this never ends. Oh, God.
Oh, no, it's just the element that you could miss episodes of this show and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. We're back. Another revolution. Okay, we're going to have somebody in. Is it really revolution or a rebellion or what's. I did say that I didn't know what was going on. I think my mind was like, no, my mind is too orderly to just accept that this is just goofy. This is just goofy. This is just goofing off. This is just it is what it is. Don't think too hard.
I mean, it's trying to be serious. It's the problem.
Yeah, that's
well, it's not the problem. I guess it's its only redeeming quality. It's trying to be serious.
Yeah,
but it's the least serious. Well, I would say it's the least serious of Gundam. But is G Gundam less serious than Gundam Wing? G Gundam is literally the story of trying to find your brother and what happened with the father. There is a political thing going on in G Gundam, although I would say it's, if not less serious, it has less stakes than this.
It's tertiary almost. No, but I think the problem with G Gundam is very much about the characters, right, and how they can better themselves and who they are, and so it's a vehicle for we have these wacky, cool characters. Let's showcase them, right? And these wacky designs. That's what G Gundam is. So it does the tone and the delivery match here. The tone does not match the delivery. The delivery is silly. The tone is trying to be serious, right? This is catastrophic. Blah, blah, blah. By the way, how did you teleport to the window again? How did that happen? Oh, we do that all the time. Okay, never mind.
I mean, I have no idea about the build series or anything like that, so I don't know how serious those are. I mean, obviously they're not like world shaking stuff, but that's like the Yu-Gi-Oh. I would say it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's not even like Yu-Gi-Oh, because Yu-Gi-Oh eventually gets to world shaking stuff, but it's just
it's more like Pokemon kind of thing.
Because Pokemon gets the world shaking shit too. Yeah. Eventually, you run your children's game long enough. One, it's either based on Egyptian shit, which is send you to the Shadow Realm, or otherwise known as kills you, or the Pokemon turn you to stone, or otherwise kill you.
Yeah. And they're like literally gods in this world, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, technically,
trapped
also
by scientists and tortured by scientists of all things as well.
Well, that's Mewtwo. That doesn't count.
Yeah, but it's pretty serious. It's like, oh goddamn, these people.
Well,
are
no,
dark.
I just mean Mewtwo is not a god for one thing. That means you literally have literal Pokemon that are gods that created the universe. They're not the ones who got messed with by scientists. But I would also say that Yu-Gi-Oh! Literally also has gods. So yeah, not the same. Not unless one of the Gundams is, to be fair, G
Gundam.
Well, no, that's not the way I was leaning. To be fair, Build Fighters, as I understand it, has a lot of crossover with the other Gundam characters, like Domon Kashu is in Build Fighters.
Yeah.
Lala Soon could be in Build Fighters.
Yeah.
And Lala Soon could have created the universe that they're in.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's true. We've made that fact now. So the element that Lala Soon, the real problem there is something argument I've gotten in before. Build Fighters, you got Universal Century, and all that. Build Fighters takes place in Ad Domino, AD, our timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So, if Build Fighters is supposed to be the real world, and Lala Soon created that universe, I mean, I'm not saying that as hypotheticals, obviously we have no idea. If Lala Soon appears as a character in Build Fighters, it's on the table that she created that. I just don't know if she does or not. That would imply that our universe was created by Lala Soon.
Yeah.
As a means to create a universe where Char doesn't die?
No, he just becomes a character for kids to play with.
I mean, it's just saying, it's a universe where Char doesn't die, because that's why she creates all these multiple universes. The idea that then we're not Universe Zero. I mean, it's the Owlman effect, when Owlman says that the only meaningful choice you can make is to destroy the multiverse, because no one else has made that choice before, so it would be the only unique choice possible.
Yeah.
So he goes to the source universe, and it's just a dead rock. Like, there's no one here. Like, I guess the idea is that whatever lived there died a long time ago. Yeah. But it's still the source universe, so he goes there. I mean, you get it. Like, you discover that the multiverse is real, and then you believe multi-world. Well, I was going to say multi-world interpretation. Whatever it is. That's not the right thing. That's why I stopped mid-sentence, because I couldn't think of what I'm trying to think of. The idea that you cannot find in any evidence that if the multiple universe is real and every choice or any action that has multiple different outcomes creates a different universe where the different outcome took place, that you are the prime mover of any decision that you make. If I decide to do this with my hand, am I doing this because another me did this with their hand? Or am I doing this and I'm creating another universe where another me did this, right? There's no choice. If consciousness is an element of the branching, because there'd be a universe where an air molecule went that way and an air molecule went that way. Not everything is a conscious choice creating universes, but the idea is in the universes where conscious choice is the deciding factor between two things. There's nothing to say that me deciding isn't actually them deciding, and I'm just doing the opposite. Free will is not something you can parse, right? So, and that is the insanity of Owlman, discovering the multiverse and deciding there's no way that any of this is my doing. What's the only thing I can do that I know would be me? Well, no one's destroyed the multiverse before because I'm here. So, via this act, I know I've done something.
Although one could argue that you're there because somebody tried to destroy the multiverse, and you're the opposite. You're the universe where they failed.
No, the evidence that you exist is evidence that didn't happen
in your version of the multiverse.
Right. But the I would
If somebody
argue
had
my argument
succeeded-
against that would have to be that it is many different states. Again, the element that an air molecule goes that way and an air molecule goes that way, independent of myself, creates multiple different universes, also every other direction. That's why it'd be a supremely infinite number of multiverses. So there would be a number of multiverses where if someone succeeded, and just in different ways, in different times, etc. And there would be an infinite number of universes where somebody failed many different ways, etc. There would be an infinite number of multiverses where good Superman decided to destroy the multiverse, right? There's an infinite number of any combination of characters and events that infinite happen.
Yeah.
So the idea that the multiverse has not been destroyed is evidence that no one ever has done that. I mean, granted, you can't get down into the logic on that because the element that the one Owlman decided to do it would imply that an infinite number of Owlmen would have decided to have done it. But the element therein has to be still that the existence of the multiverse would either imply that it's impossible to do, which, I mean, I guess would also be a response, that it's just impossible to destroy the multiverse, that Owlman would never have succeeded. Or, again, the element that if he decided to do it, that there's an infinite number of him that would have decided to do that. So,
which means that it would not in fact be his one unique.
I mean, if he had done it, if he had succeeded, that would be his one unique thing. Because assuming that, according to his thing, there is a source universe. Like, in the same thing from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did with their source turtle universe.
Yeah.
That if you have to go there to destroy it, then if he's the only Owlman there, there's not like an infinite number of Owlmen from an infinite number of multiverses converging on the spot to all destroy the multiverse. If he's the only one there, then it implies that he's the only one who's trying this. I mean, you could also argue the element of, what is the being alone in the universe? Drake equation. The element that the Drake equation only tries to say that there might be no one out there or the skies filled with alien life has nothing to say about when. You know, life could exist across the universe infinitely at different times, like
different scales.
A galactic scale federation could have existed, right? A billion years, but not a billion, hundreds of thousands of years before we evolved, right? Who's to say?
Years.
We no evidence for us. Also, if, say, they were communicating with, say, a communications medium that seems like background radiation to us, and then we grow up in a universe that seems to have constant background radiation, we would think that's the natural state of the universe, not knowing that's just communications from a galactic federation we didn't know existed. The same thing as our radio transmissions going out there, reaching the next star over. Say life evolved in that planet, and there's hundreds of years of our background radio transmissions, and they don't have any radio technology or anything yet. They're just going to be picking up this weird garbled mess, thinking that's just the background state of the universe.
I mean, that's what really, I mean, that the whole thing that the TV and radio keeps going, that's true, but the problem is it also dissipates and therefore becomes much harder to detect. So it would become part of the background radiation anyway. It's not like you can be like 100
right, but I'm trying to say that a lesser advanced species that is coming around after we've like wiped ourselves out by whatever many means that we could do so, and just reading the state of the universe around them as natural,
would think that they were,
without knowledge that this has been artificially messed with. Like, what if like background radiation stopped existing tomorrow? Because, you know, the last remnants of whatever transmissions from a dead alien race stopped hitting us. And turns out background radiation was actually aliens trying to communicate with us, and we didn't freaking understand it because we just been, the whole planet, our whole solar system has been awash with a communication attempt.
Yeah, I think we should loop back around closing the window here on Gundam Wing.
Well,
we still
we're not
have a
closing
couple
the
of
window yet because we still got 3 weeks worth of content to record for it.
Yes, but I mean, talk about the series at least. Yeah.
I mean, again, I wouldn't even wrap that up because I mean, we're going to come back with notes and a board. Well, I guess there's not really nobody died. I mean, they went to a grave for Zex, and we know he's not dead.
Yeah.
So, not really bored yet. Anyway, we're going to come back with more stuff, and not for nothing, we're going to be referencing the show, I imagine, during the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we still got Duo's recap of the show to watch. So
and we have Evolve as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, not so much. Yeah, it's there. But I mean, specifically, when you're saying we're going to close the door on the show, literally, we're going to be watching Duo talk about the show. So it's like, I don't think we can really close the door until that, at the very least. And then we still got the movie shit, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. So, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?